It's time for the Racer Report with head coach Chris Hatcher. And here's what's coming up on today's Racer Report. As the Racers open OVC play at home against Jacksonville State, they have a combined 63 points in the first half. We'll show you all the highlights. And Jonathan Jackson gets 19 tackles for the Racers, but the second half, the offense sputters. And the Racers hit the road this week for Tennessee Tech. And before we leave today, Neil Bradley's best calls. The Racer Report begins right now. Hi, folks, and welcome to the Racer Report. Head coach Chris Hatcher will join us in just a moment. My name is Dave Winder, and it's been a great season for the Racers so far, but Saturday night they just couldn't get it going in the second half in a 52-28 loss to Jacksonville State. Coach and I will break it down in just a moment, but let's look forward to what's coming up this week. The Racers hit the road for a team they know very, very well. They'll go to Cookeville, Tennessee, Saturday night for a 7 o'clock kick. The Racers meeting Tennessee Tech. One of the original founding members, like the Racers of the OVC. They first met in 1930, and Murray State has won the last 4. That is Saturday night. And then a week from Saturday, the Racers are back at home. It's always a great time for Murray State homecoming, and that will be against Southeast Missouri State a week from Saturday. 2 big games coming up in the next 2 weeks for the Murray State Racers. And we're joined now here on our set for the Racer Report with head coach Chris Hatcher as Murray State suffered a 52-28 defeat Saturday night. And Coach, the schedule has done you no favors. So we know that. No one's going to feel sorry for us. You guys played a really good team Saturday night. But that being said, I think we saw in the first half what you guys might be capable of.
Well, I think so, Dave. You know, our overall record's 1-3. I look at it as we're 0-1. You know, we played one team at our level, and we happened to play the best team in our conference, the 8th ranked team in the country. We went shoe to shoe with them for a half, and then in the second half, they just outmanned us. And bottom line, I don't know if all of our guys agree with that. They played a lot better than we did, and you know, I'm not disappointed. I'm not mad at our guys. I think we have a really good team. I shouldn't say I think. I know we have a really good team, and now we get into the part of the schedule where I think athletically, the remaining teams, if we execute and play with great energy, we have an opportunity to win the rest of our games. I don't know if it'll happen, but we do. So, again, we played a tough schedule, man, and the bottom line, it's been brutal. But now we get into the part of the schedule that I think if we'd continue to improve, that we can compete with everyone starting with Tennessee Tech this week.
Well, Coach, just one more question, since we're kind of talking about that right off the bat here. In your time here, it has seemed every year that your hardest games are always right at the top, and the ones that aren't as hard are at the bottom.
Yeah, and
That's the way the schedule's always kind of worked out.
It is, and you never know what every team's going to have. You know, sometimes you have a team that the year before wasn't very good, and you play them late, and they end up becoming the best team. But I'm positive about our group. I really am. That's hard to say after 3 tough weeks. September hadn't been a good month for us. But you know, we had a great crowd at the game. Very pleased with that. Almost 11,000 at the ball game. Our guys played hard. Again, we went shoe to shoe first half. Second half, their athleticism took over. That was the key to the ball game.
And we enjoyed having Racer One make many, many trips around the track in the first half. So we're going to go ahead and roll the tape here and take a look at it. We mentioned it was family weekend, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful day for football at Stewart Stadium. And like you said, Coach, it was a huge crowd. And what we had in this game at the start, Coach, is the first 2 times that each team touched the ball, touchdown.
Well, it was a track meet, and you know, we came right out of the gate, complete one to Janowski Davis on a big gainer, hit him for a screen. You know, they deferred to the second half, and you know, it was crucial that we come out of the gates and start extremely fast. Good throw and catch to Jeremy Harness there from KD Humphrey. You know, everything we're doing right now, we're playing with great tempo. We're throwing, we're catching. We get a first down play here. We fake the screen left. get a good block by Corey Gammon, Jr. out of Memphis, Tennessee. And then old KD gets his first rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah, great play there by KD. And then Carson Greifenkamp comes on. And that's a new shot there. You know, we use the end zone camera that you guys have, so that's a good one to put in there. And then Jacksonville State goes back to work. You know, they have two great backs. We know everybody knows about James, but they've got guys that can run the ball. Quarterback can run it. They're very difficult to defend.
They are. You know, they're one, again, best offenses in the country. You know, their quarterback, Eli Jenkins, he hurt us all night. We busted some assignments with him. We had some answers in the second half. We were able to slow them down. Right. But here, right off the get-go, you know, they look like a well-oiled machine. And we just couldn't really find a way to slow them down early. And when you can run like they were able to run, it really opens up the pass game. And you can see there, they get a completion on a curl route down the right sideline. And again, they're pretty much doing what they want to do at this point of the ball game.
And that makes it difficult when you have to respect the run on every play.
Well, and here's a new wrinkle they put in that we had not seen, and we missed the guy assigned to the pitch man tried to get the quarterback, missed him and the pitch guy. So they punch it in, they kick the extra point, and they go up. We tie the ball game right here, right off the get-go.
Yep, and it's interesting here when they went to that goal line package, they just put 32 in the back, and they're like, well, you know he's going to get it.
Well, we worked it all the time, and he didn't get it by much,
yeah.
but he got it in and had a nice little screen throw there to Jeremy Harness. One thing I thought KD did really well, he scrambled good. You know, they got a great defensive front, one of the best in the league, probably better than Western Michigan. Here's a name that you hadn't heard much. Mitch Stoltz had a nice night. He had 3 catches. Big third down conversion right there. Again, you could see KD, how elusive he is. Hits Jeremy Harness on the sideline. Boy, we're playing fast. Everything that Coach Stewart's calling's working. Hit Pokey Harris. What a great play this was. He
just rushed
well,
right
he
over
gave
that guy.
one of the guys the old stank leg out there, and then he runs over the other guy, and just a great effort, and what a fine young man Pokey Harris is.
All right, so now the Racers are in front 14-7, and we mentioned both teams scored on their first 2 drives, so you know what Jacksonville did here, they just kind of kept it rolling.
Well, they did, and I tell you, they're a really good football team. Here they catch us on the wheel route. As much option as you play, that's a very difficult play to defend, and they executed well, and here get a good run, and that Tremaine Pope's a good back as well. I don't think that may have been him, and they punch it in again, and boy, it's going to be tough to stop James when he gets on the 1-yard line.
Okay, so can the Racers go 3 for 3? We're going to find out on this drive. You guys really came out clicking pretty good.
We did, and right here we get ourselves in a 3rd down situation. We didn't convert. It was end up being 4th and 1, and I elected to. I didn't want to try to win or lose the game on that one play,
right.
So I decided to punt. Again, we did a much better job here. Jonathan Jackson had a big night. Really pleased with our freshman defensive linemen. They did a good job. But, you know, quarterback draw, we catch them in a 3rd and medium. They hit us with the draw, and the guy that we were more concerned about all night was number 7. Going into the game, we knew they had the big backs, but 7 was the guy that we were the most concerned about, and they go up 21-14.
And, you know, in the way the college game has evolved, and it's even filtering into the NFL, if you've got a quarterback that can beat you with his arm and his feet, it just makes it so much more difficult to defend. KD's becoming a guy like that. Don't you think?
He is. I think he played really well. I mean, here you see the great throw to Paul Rice down the sideline.
That's a great decision right there.
Great run, able to elude the pressure. Good blitz pickup here by our offensive line and running back, hitting Navarre Griffin over the middle. To me, this was an impressive drive because we're down. We're down for the first time in the ball game. And on 4th and 1, we decided to go for it. We run what we call the snake. And we hit Pokey Harris from Paul Rice to tie the game up after Greifenkamp's kicked 21-all, Dave. It's going to be a shootout.
Well, you know, at this point, you're going toe-to-toe with the best team in the league. They were picked to win it. And the Racers get the ball right back. You guys had a great defensive stand there and got the ball back.
Yep, first time we broke serve the entire game. And here's a little bootleg play. We hit Janowski Davis for a big play, but we stalled the drive, and we were forced to punt it back to them. We pinned them inside the 20, which we're getting pretty good at. Here we missed about 3 tackles, and I tell you, we didn't tackle great, but we tackled a lot better than we did versus Western Michigan. But I'm telling you that Jenkins, boy, he gave us all we wanted early in the game. They catch us in a blitz. We're late getting out in coverage. Jonathan Jackson ends up getting him down, and then they go in, and again, we lose contain on the quarterback. We have a guy assigned to him, and he got sucked in on the run. So they take the lead again. But
so now this is still 8 minutes to go before half. There's a lot of time.
It's been a wild ball game, and we right here, great job by KD eluding the corner blitz. Gets it down again, manageable downs, but we're forced to punt again. So we're down a touchdown. So 3rd and 7 here. This is a big play because they get the ball to start the second half. We come out, good job. We hold them. It becomes a 4th and 1 situation. They're forced to punt back to us. And this is a really good drive here. Looked like a sack, but they got called for face mask.
Right.
Good job here by KD with his awareness of turning a bad snap into a positive play. And actually, we have a bad snap drill we work on every day. Good conversion here on a 1st down, positive play to Navarre Griffin on the right side. We come back, we fake the run to Pokey Harris. Big catch again. I believe that was Jeremy Harness.
And then there was a roughing the passer penalty in there too.
Yep. And then we hit Harness for the touchdown to tie it up. But this was the backbreaker when you look back at the game. We got 3 guys that get washed inside. We lose contain from our contain man. But one thing I want you to watch right here, Pokey Harris comes from all the way across the field.
There he comes.
And allows us to live to see another play. What great hustle the young man had on the play. Unfortunately, they punch it in. They're up 7 and getting the ball to start the second half.
That's right. Man, what a first half that was. 63 combined points. Just an amazing first half. So we're going to take a break here in the Racer Report. Come back with the second half in just a moment. The Racer Report with Chris Hatcher is brought to you by Ruth Brothers Wine and Spirits. Serving you for 50 years, Ruth Brothers with 2 locations in Paducah, Kentucky. And by Pepsi Mid-America. Share your summer picks on Twitter with #RealBigSummer. And by Campus Evolution Villages in Murray. The best in student living. Call 270-767-1818 to plan your tour and visit. And by Kentucky Community and Technical College System. Higher education begins here.